Our story begins in Bethlehem, in a courtroom with some rather noisy animals.
Scene 1, the courtroom.
The court rose for the arrival of Judge Grumps, who had a slightly embarrassing mix-up with the old Whigs, which resulted in causing a bit of confusion in the courtroom.
What are you doing? This isn't a pantomime!
But Your Honour!
In the matter of the cows versus the donkeys. Mr. Proper and Miss Correct, would you please approach the bench?
My clients, the cows, have lived peacefully in the stable for years.
And they want my clients, the donkeys, to move out.
Oh no, not another boring property dispute. Why can't it be a nice, juicy bank robbery? I love those.
Get these squatters out! We're not squatters!
We can't live with them. They live like animals.
We've really made this place lovely since we moved in.
Yes, we put up shelving and extended.
We've really upped the value of this property.
They're far too rowdy, Mr. Judge.
Having parties at all hours.
Inviting all their friends round to our peaceful stable.
We haven't invited anybody.
To date, the donkeys have invited over their donkey cousin from Nazareth, 1 lamb, several shepherds, a choir of angels, 3 men claiming to be wise, a young married couple, and a baby. Don't forget the baby. And
The littlest calf had been struggling with lack of sleep, so much so she failed to put into words just how annoyed she was by the baby. Now, what was I going to say?
And babies are so noisy. Babies are cute.
Babies are lovely, but we really haven't invited anyone over.
For the record, my lord, the place is big enough for everyone.
Disappointed to be dealing with another property dispute, Judge Grumps buried his head in his hands. He was swiftly brought back round by the cows and the donkeys, who decided the best way to air their concerns was through the medium of song.
There's a stable in the middle of Bethlehem, full of animals and dirt and dust. There's a stable in the middle of Bethlehem, why is causing such a lot of fuss? It's ours, it's ours, it's ours, it's ours. We've lived here for years and we're not moving out. It's ours, it's ours, it's ours, it's ours. We're not moving out, there's no doubt. There's a stable in the middle of Bethlehem, full of animals and dirt and dust. There's a stable in the middle of Bethlehem, why is causing such a lot of fuss? It's ours, it's ours, it's ours, it's ours. We've lived here for years and we're not moving out. It's ours, it's ours, it's ours, it's ours. We're not moving out, there's no doubt. We're not moving out, we're not moving out, there's no doubt.
For some reason, the cows didn't seem to think the donkeys were taking this matter seriously.
Order, order!
calling first witness.
Do we have to?
Calling first witness.
State your name and profession for the record.
Naz the narrator.
You're the narrator. You took your time, didn't you?
Once upon a time, there was a girl called Mary.
Whoa! Where are we?
As a storyteller, you always have to tell the story the best way. So, I got you out of that courtroom.
Thank you. anything to get out of that stuffy courtroom and away from those crazy animals. But are you magic?
Not exactly, but video editing is very clever. Where was I?
Something about Mary.
Mary. She was very special because God had chosen her to have his son. His name was Jesus. When it was time for Mary to have her baby, she and her husband Joseph had to travel all the way to Bethlehem for something called a census.
Ah, yes, the census. We in Australia know about those. The online thing this year was very difficult, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone.
Ah, the census. The census. Counting as they're taking our names.
Now, census aside, remember, all I want is plain facts.
Okay. As I was saying, Mary and Joseph had to travel all the way to Bethlehem. Poor Mary. She was exhausted and huge.
Whew, I think I know how she felt. I feel like that after I have a big dinner.
I don't think you really do. There was no accommodation left for poor Mary and Joseph.
Did they try Airbnb?
I don't think that was around back then.
Bethlehem is so busy, it's madness.
Absolutely crazy here today.
Hashtag Bethlehem's gone bonkers.
Hashtag I agree.
In between bouts of sword fighting, the Roman soldiers were busy checking up on the citizens. The census brought people flocking in from all over the western suburbs, and the soldiers felt that some of these types could not be trusted. They found themselves very busy telling people off and generally keeping things in order. Some of the more senior citizens of Bethlehem dared to take a rest on one of the Roman soldiers' picnic tables. The soldiers soon cleared them off and showed them who was boss. Even the littlest of soldiers struck fear into the hearts of Bethlehem's citizens. To be fair to the Roman soldiers, collecting taxes, keeping order in busy Bethlehem was quite hard work, particularly amongst the social media obsessed types visiting town. Having to repeat instructions like please put your selfie stick away and please wait patiently in line never makes you very popular. Every inn was booked and people were being turned away left, right and centre, even those who'd walked all the way from Kenmore.
There's no room retiring. Do you hear that, everybody?
That's right, Stanley, isn't it? No room at our inn.
Well, I tell you, there's no room at my inn either.
Nor mine, if you must know.
No room in ours.
Yes, but ours was full first, wasn't it, Stanley? Yes, ours was full first, probably because it's the best.
Hardly. I've been turning people away for an hour now.
Well, I've been turning people away since lunchtime.
Well, we've been doing it since the crack of dawn. Isn't that right, Stanley? It's right. Ours is the best in town.
And it was into this crazy busyness that Mary, Joseph and Donkey finally arrived. In a state of tired, weary exhaustion, Joseph forgot that his wife was having a baby. He found himself resting on the donkey. Whoops! Quickly rectified things. Mary hopped on, and then they set about trying to find somewhere to stay.
No room at the best inn in Bethlehem.
Please. We'll sleep anywhere.
Trust me, if you're going to be rejected, this is the best place to have been rejected from. It's the best place in town.
We're very tired.
Oh dear, you poor things. We've got people sleeping everywhere. We've got people in the bath. We've got people in the laundry. We've got them everywhere, haven't we, Stanley? You tell them. We've got them everywhere. Next, we'll be having people in the stable.
That's a good idea.
Right, stable it is then. Come and follow me.
And so it was that Mary, Joseph and Donkey followed the kindly but rather bossy Mrs. Innkeeper to her stable.